How involved are you, and how involved do you want to be with this basketball?
I am involved, and it's because I absolutely want to be. I want these kids to feel like this is their second home. Just last weekend, we had a few guys that called and were like, "Hey, coach, can we come over?" And that's what we love. That's why we bought this house with the pool and we have space, because we want it to be an open door. We want people to come over all the time. So whether it's kind of dealing and managing our current players or helping my husband with meeting new parents and new players, I'm really involved that way. And then, we have a huge staff. And so in continuing that family atmosphere, that means making sure that all of those people are involved and connected as well. So whether we're doing actually staff pictures this weekend, so we're going to try to get everyone together for a little food, staff pictures, pool party, that kind of stuff. So it's just always something. There's a lot of different aspects to the job that I'm involved in, and I honestly really like all of them.
And another thing is, I thought it was really cool that you decided to bring healthy food to the basketball arena, and you had that initiative. And there's no healthy food at this basketball arena. Is that something that you want to, in the future down the road, kind of help implement at Bud Walton?
I think it would be awesome. Especially at Nevada, what we did was they had something for kids. And, so many kids, they go to a basketball game and it's like, how much junk food can I consume within 2 hours? And that's fine if you're a person that goes, like twice a year. But if you're going and you're bringing your kids and it's twice a week and you're always there, you don't necessarily want to, pile your kids with cotton candy and hot dogs and all that. So yeah, we did have some healthy options for kids, and it was kind of cool because my daughter was the spokesperson for that, and I was kind of behind the push to get that done. And it's just something that was important. My husband, you look at him, he's a small guy, he works out so much, he's in great shape, but he actually kind of had to revamp his whole diet about 8 months ago, just because of what was going on the inside, So he is a little guy, he doesn't have to worry about his weight necessarily, but just in order to be healthy, and then here you have a high stress job, you have to, it's fine to have ice cream and all that kind of stuff once in a while, but it's just kind of a lifestyle we try to live.
You talk about Bud Walton. The only time you've really been in there was the introductory press conference.
Yeah.
It's a lot different, obviously.
Oh, I know. And it's bigger, I think, than probably any college basketball arena that I've ever been in. So that alone, I'm just excited to see what it's like when it's, packed and loud. I think that's going to be really awesome. All of my husband's teams have really taken advantage of home court advantage. And so I think that's going to be the case here, because from what I hear, it gets loud and wild. And I mean, that excitement and that energy really just goes down onto the court. I will tell people, and I've been telling people, I'm like, just wait till you see my husband coach, because people always say, well, I watch Eric 50% of the time and I watch the game 50% of the time, because he's quite animated. He's animated, he's entertaining, but I think, it's not just the basketball game, it's the entire package. You want to go to a basketball game and be entertained, and I can guarantee you that that's what people are going to get this season.
So it sounds like, because some wives will watch as a wife or as a fan, and you kind of do a little bit of both.
I do. I only, the first, it's like goes by halves. The first half I can watch as a fan and talk to my friends and I can enjoy it, but the second half, unless it's like a 15-point lead, is just, it's not enjoyable. Like, you're just watching this and you're just like, it's just gut-wrenching. And then when it's over, then I can enjoy it again if we win. But I feel like I watch it both as a wife and as a fan. I don't like to sit too close because I do get this like mama bear feeling about all the players, and I can't help it. And so, when they're struggling, or when, if they're getting yelled at or something like that, I don't like to hear it, So I like to kind of watch at a distance, out of earshot.
There you go.
Yeah.
One thing that you've been able to do is get to know these players and these guys, and the bond and the chemistry that they're creating with the new players that Coach Musselman is bringing in, with what was here when he got here. What has that been like to you, to watch this team transform into what Eric is trying to build?
It's been awesome. And the cool thing, I've kind of met everyone at once, which is, it's tough to know everyone's name, and I want to know where they're from, I want to know about their family. And like I said, I met everyone at once, so it's been kind of a process, but all through the summer, Eric kind of chooses a fun activity for strength and conditioning on Fridays, and so I try to jump in and do that. You know, we did a spin class one week, we did a hot yoga class, so I try to jump in there and do that with the guys, and so I've gotten to know them better because of that, and then now they've been coming over to the house in smaller groups, you know, so it would be 3 here and 1 here, and that's awesome because you can really sit down and talk to them and get to know them. One thing that I feel like, I think they're excited, you know, I think that there is really a change in just kind of the energy of the team, and so I think that the players that were here before they see that and they're really excited about that.
Arkansas is so unique to where they are the pro team, they are the college team,
Yes.
and everyone has that focus, and Arkansas has that rich history with what Nolan Richardson was able to do.
Yes.
Bringing Arkansas basketball back to that, what they were in the 90s. How important is that to Eric?
Oh, I mean, he'll tell the story. He says whenever he was growing up in San Diego, he said like people were wearing Arkansas jerseys, you know, because that's how big Arkansas was across the whole entire country. That's what we want to see again. You know, it was funny, my mother-in-law lives in San Diego, and I had one of my Arkansas shirts on, and the number of people that stopped me on the street just because it wasn't something that they saw every day. You know, we want to change that. We want nationwide people to be talking about Arkansas basketball again. So yes, that's very important to us. And just seeing, like you mentioned, how big Arkansas is, not just here in Fayetteville, but statewide, has been incredible. I mean, I already have some different fundraisers and things set up in Little Rock, and it kind of shocks me because, you know, we didn't come from that. Whenever we were in the state of Nevada, you know, there was University of Nevada and then there was UNLV, so it wasn't like I was going down to Las Vegas to do any appearances or charity work, but you know, here I've been here for 2 months, and I think statewide everyone wants, they want Arkansas basketball to touch them, you know, and that's just, it's really, really cool.